Hello, everybody. Anthony Hartwig here with a very special running point player profile. We're joined by this week's Baird Brothers Big Dog of the Valley winner, Anthony Demma from Garrettsville, Garfield. Anthony, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me on here.
It's great to talk to you. I feel like we're kind of getting introduced to the Garfield family at YSN. For first time listeners and for YSN family members that are kind of new to the Garfield community, take a minute to kind of describe this football team and describe the community and what it's like being in it.
We're a small community that we like football, and from when we were young, we were always grew up to be like physical players, and we like that part of the football game, and our offense kind of represents us as people.
Man, physical indeed. You guys are one of those teams that everyone knows you're running the ball, but it doesn't matter because you still dominate them. What's it kind of like, playing in this kind of offense that people outside the program might say it's outdated or it's one dimensional, but you're still going out there and dominating every defense you come across?
Yeah, we started it when I was in my eighth grade year, and when it first came out, everybody was so confused about it and didn't know how it actually was ran, and I didn't like it. I thought it was weird as a running back, but I mean that's probably the best position to be in for this offense because you get the ball so much. But spreads too, like lots of running backs, a lot of people get the ball. But it was weird at the start, and people definitely underestimate how difficult it is to stop. They just say they're running the same play every single time, but it's very different every single play. We pull different ways, we run different ways. It's not the same play. It's different versions of the same play that are hard to stop.
And you are in this new conference, the MVAC, and you took it by storm. You guys have went undefeated in the conference. A lot of, I'm sure, new teams on the schedule that you haven't seen before, and some teams that you have seen before. What's it kind of been like, kind of being the new kids on the block and being able to come into this MVAC and dominate the way you guys have?
Uh, we've played a lot of the teams before. We kind of played them when we were growing up, but some teams we never played before. But we just knew we had to come in and we couldn't be bullied around in our new league. We had to come in and fight strong. Like PTC was always a good league, so we were kind of prepared for this one.
I think the statement in the league was this game against Brea that you had early in the season. High flying offense, really athletic, and you guys kind of held them in check and won that game, and really opened people's eyes here in YSN Nation. Talk about that game and kind of how it propelled you through the rest of the season.
Yeah, we've been playing those guys since we were young. We like playing them. We like them over there. They're cool guys, but we knew it was going to be a big game, and that was going to be the pretty much the deciding factor of the league because they were the two toughest teams. But I mean, other teams were tough as well. But everyone was assuming that our the Libre and us were going to be tough, and we were hyped up, and we came in and we we finished our business like we were supposed to.
You're here because your community, your fans voted you the top dog in the poll last week. What's it mean to you to know that your community has your back like that to get out there and vote for you as much as they did?
Yeah, it's really sweet to know that people are supporting me, but my coaches put me in that spot, and all the players that I play with, they support me just as much too, and I support them, and we're really a tight family, and we really love each other playing out there. And we only got a few more games left, but we're gonna have this brotherhood for life.
Let's talk about this coaching staff that you're under and what it's like kind of being under them. What kind of things have they taught you, not just as a football player, but things that you can use outside of the football field as well?
Well, I'm gonna have a lot of quotes from Mr. Mosier, Coach Mosier, because he's got quotes that every day pops a new one in there, and I like to put it in my back pocket and keep it for good times. But all the coaches, they're all super nice, and but that gets your mind right in the right area for good games, big games, and they definitely teach you a lot about life and football, which is really good. You need life skills as well, as long as football.
I can already tell that you're someone that likes to take the focus off of yourself and putting on your supporting cast. Obviously, you would be nowhere without your offensive line, but gotta ask, you break the single season record for most rushing yards in a season at a school that is built to run the football. What did that kind of mean to you, and what did it mean to your teammates since it is such a team effort to get those accomplishments?
Oh, we were really excited. I mean, I was excited. I wanted to do it, but I'd be nowhere without all my linemen and all the backs and all the wide receivers that block for me every play. Because you come here and Brody, my best friend, he's a quarterback. He's was quarterback all like through middle school and youth, but he came here and he's a quarterback, but he also blocks every single play pretty much. So he's got taken a new role and he hasn't complained at all and he enjoys blocking for everybody. And we just that's how we are. We're not selfish at all. I don't care who scores, who runs, but I'm just excited for a team win.
I want to talk about your receiving group because so many young kids, they see the receivers in the NFL, the high flashing offense, and then they come to Garfield. They're saying, like, we don't want to block. We want to make these high profile catches. Talk about your
Mhm.
receivers and what it takes for them to kind of, like you said, build into the mentality of the unselfishness and the ability to block in this run scheme offense that they kind of do such a good job at.
So we got two wide receivers that are blocked for us mostly. It's Joseph Perrine and Eric Geddes, and they block very well. Joe is amazing at blocking, and he really came on this last year blocking. He really bought into the scheme and really learns how to block people when they're going in different directions. And if they're blitzing, he still knows what to do. And we know our blocking scheme a lot better because we've been playing for with each other for 4 years and in this exact offense. So we started to know like every little detail of it.
No one talks enough about you guys on defense. Talk about the defensive mentality with this group and what it's like kind of being under the radar with a defense after your offense is as high scoring as it is.
Last year, we kind of got picked on defensively a little bit. We were in a lot of tough games because we gave up some points. But this year in the offseason, Coach Lewis, our defensive coordinator, really put in our mind that we need to get better on defense. That's where we need to improve because our offense is going to be decent. But we need to improve on our defense. And we really came in and we got two stud inside linebackers at Keegan Sell and Jesse Grace. And they're really good. And Keegan's just insane. Jesse's really good. But it's just our mentality is different this year. We're really focusing on defense and it's paying off.
Obviously, you're not able to play at the elite level that you do without an insanely good work ethic and a drive to get better every day. Talk a little bit of where that comes from and what your work ethic is and how much you take pride in putting in the work that maybe nobody sees.
Yeah. Uh, so Coach Lewis, the defensive coordinator that I've gotten really close with, we're like best friends now because we started lifting together in the off season, like every single day, pretty much, and we were really excited. It was super fun. I got into lifting after my sophomore year, but I should have been into it way before. So I was really small, like 165 pounds after my sophomore year, and then I got to like 175, 180 after my junior year, and then I gained about 15, 20 pounds going into my senior year because I started eating right and lifting right, and it paid off apparently so far. So, but all our lifting, everyone's improved on lifting. That's been a big key in our off season.
When you graduate from Garfield and you kind of get to reflect on all your time at this high school, what are some of your favorite things about being in this high school specifically and the things that make you proud to represent it every Friday night?
Uh, I'm just proud. We've had some really good teams over the years since I've been here. We haven't really lost too much, but we got a good supporting group in coaches and parents and all the seniors. We have really supportive parents that we all love, and we're just really proud to have a good team and keep. Hopefully, we can keep rolling. But I'm just proud to be a G-man.
All right, it's playoff time. What's it going to take for this team to kind of reach its potential in the tough Division 5 region that you guys are in? What's the talk now that it's playoff time and you guys are ready to kind of make make your goals a reality that you set back in the beginning of the season?
Uh, it's super exciting. We got a really good region, so every game's going to be tough. Every team is really tough in our region. But the past few years, we've went out in the playoffs because we've missed little details and stuff like that. So this year we're going in. We got to get the details down, watch film. We got to practice hard. And even though the conditions aren't good and we're slipping on, sliding all over the place, but we know we got to come out and have a good practice every single day because the seniors are saying it comes on you quick, and we only got a few more practices guaranteed. So you got to make count. You got to make them all count.
All right, we talked about what your reflections are going to be after you graduate your high school experience, but what are some of your future goals and the things that you want to do outside of high school when you do graduate?
I definitely want to move on and play football at the next level. I don't know where that's going to be yet, but I'm really excited about it. I've always wanted to play college football and hopefully study business or something like that. I'm just excited to football in high school are great, and I'm excited about it. But it'll come to an end eventually, and I got to move on and find something that I like.
So before we let you go, something that we like to ask all of our players that we interview on YSN, who are some of your role models on the field and off the field that kind of shape who you are today?
I like on the field Christian McCaffrey because he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and Alvin Kamara because they can catch the ball out of the backfield, and they're still good backs running the ball as well. But off the field, probably I don't know. Everyone says their dad, but I'd say my dad because he works hard and he really like provided for us. So I want to be like that and really be supportive because my parents were super supportive of me when I was young, and they still are. My whole family is, but I want to be like that. Really, I'm really close with them too, so I want to be like that.
Anthony, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, and congratulations on winning Baird Brothers Big Dog of the Valley, the first representative from Garfield. I'm sure there are going to be many more as YSN goes along supporting you guys. But hey, you're up for Player of the Year too for winning that. So make sure that your fans and your schoolmates get out and vote for you again.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on here.
You are so welcome. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Okay. Thank you.